Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the stream. So, today we are going to be continuing on with the main scenario quest. We last time we had beat Ifrit and joined the Grand Company. During the time, I decided to do a few side quests just to get it off of the mini map and all that good stuff. And I have my chocobo, so now I could actually mount. Um, so we'll just be continuing off from there. All right. In this series, I mainly focus on the main scenario quest. Any others I will be doing off stream. There might be a few stuff that I decide to dedicate a stream for, but those won't be till a while, and I will let everybody know when I decide to do that. Before we go, because the sound hasn't been all that to my liking, I need to increase the volume a bit. There, that sounds much better. That way, when there are cutscenes, you don't have to blast the volume to the highest just to hear them talk, and then in battle scenes, you have your ears bleed. That's not what we want. So we're just gonna return to Vesper Bay, because, as the title kinda suggests, right now I am playing Returning to the Waking Sands Simulator. For those who are not familiar with that, you will be soon enough. I did unlock a couple of dungeons. As you can see here, I still have my Chocobo out from the one quest that gives you the feed for it. It's still active. Welcome back. Seems you wasted no time putting your skills to work. How do I know? Why, the recruitment officer called to regale me with the tale of your heroics. The pride in his voice was palpable. We Scions are truly fortunate to have you with us, Windup. Now, when last we spoke, I said that I wanted you to meet some friends. Did I not? Well, I neglected to mention that you have already met. Tataru, please show them in. This way, sirs. Thanks again for getting us out of that mess. We owe you our lives. But I don't think we properly introduced ourselves. I'm Biggs. And I'm Wedge. No, wait. He didn't say Wedge. Well, we know who you are. Gods, man, spit it out, will you? Wedge, at your service. I'm pleased to say that Biggs and Wedge will be staying with us for a while. Magitech-driven contraptions, such as airships, grow ever more vital to the city-states of Eorzea. As a neutral party, it was just that we Scions should serve as the keepers of this technology. Of course, for this we need the knowledge of experts, and so we requested the assistance of Garland Ironworks, who very kindly sent us two of their finest engineers. Our happy family continues to grow. On behalf of the Scions, I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands. Like every soul here, I love Eorzea. And I count myself blessed to have been given this chance to stand with you all and fight for the future of the realm. Never have I known such fulfillment, such happiness. Oh, that's all good. Alright, I'll be muting for these voice cutscenes just for reference in the future.
早速だけど頼みがあるの。ウリエンジさん、バルデシオン委員会からの資料は届いてる？
ええ、こちらに。
グリダニアのグランドカンパニー、ソージャ島から調査依頼があったの。イダ、パパリも説明をお願いできるかしら。ソージャ島からの依頼はグリダニアに住むシルフ族の動向を調査してほしいって内容だ。
シルフ族ってのは変竹林な姿の種族でさ、空飛ぶギサールの野菜みたいな万神ラムーを信仰してるんだよね。
蛮族といっても好戦的なイクサル族とは違って穏やかで対話が成立する相手さ。ありがたいことにね。蛮族から蛮神の問題を直接聞くことができる、とても稀な機会ってわけね。蛮神ラムーの存在は以前から確認されているけど、ここしばらくシルフ族が神下ろし、つまり蛮神の召喚を行った形跡はない。逆に言えば召喚をされていないだけで脅威となる可能性に変わりはない。
グリダニアにしてみれば、この万神ラムーにどう対処するのか悩みどころだろうね。
イクサル族の蛮神ガルーダは現在存在が確認されている蛮神の中でも最も凶暴と言われる存在だ。グリダニアは蛮神ガルーダを抑えるのに精一杯だろうからな。だからできれば争うことなく対話で解決したい。あなたの超える力は相手との精神の壁、言葉や心の壁を越えることができる。シルフ族との対話で蛮神問題を解決するためにこの調査に同行してほしいの。ありがとう。
そうと決まれば今回こそ支援してあげたいところだが、あいにくグリダニアの地理に疎くてね。ミンフィリア、ここはグリダニア担当のイダ、パパリモに同行させるといいでしょう。
そうね、二人ともお願いできるかしら。
任せてちょうだい。
いいですとも。
Alright, looks like we need to head back to Britannia. I think I kind of looked over the fact that my tune started their journey in Britannia, so they should be familiar with the area a bit. Since it should have been some time before I actually joined, like at least a month, I'd say. I am as big as the toy Alexander minion. How wonderful. We know far too little of the Sylphs to lay any worthwhile plans. We must call upon the signs once more if we are to... Ah, beg pardons. It is a terrible habit of mine to think aloud. Tell me, what brings you to the Adder's Nest? Okay, so first of all, I am part of the Adder's Nest. Second of all, I'm part of the... like... part of this thing. Ooh, I see that Eye of the Dragon is now unlocked, which means I can unlock the new Soul Crystal. So, I'm going to accept this and take a slight detour to finish that first, real quick. Because that's the only really side quest that I said I will do on stream if it pops up. Because class story is extremely important because it unlocks abilities for you that you will need. Well, if it isn't Private Shirogami reporting for duty, that's the zeal I like to see from an enterprising young serpent. Good day, Commander. Sorry to disappoint you, but other business brings us here today. Ida and Papalimo, always a pleasure to see the two of you. My men tell me you quest in the name of the Scions of late. Quite so, Commander. A little bird told us that the Twin Adder was in need of our adventuring prowess. Aye, your little bird sings true. No doubt you've heard that we're investigating the Sylphs, a curious beast tribe that calls the depths of the Twelvewood home. The Sylphs are, for the most part, a peaceable bunch, much to the delight of the Elder Seer, who has no desire to see her people embroiled in yet another fruitless war. Twin Adder is of the same mind, and 'tis precisely for this reasoning that the Sylph's relation to the primal Ramu has raised a flag of warning amongst our ranks. Friendly as they may appear, beastmen will be beastmen. Should there be even a sliver of a chance that the summoning of their primal might disturb the balance between Gridania and the Sylphic tribes, it is a possibility we cannot ignore. Better to be safe than sorry, indeed. Do we strike at Ramu, or leave the Sylphs to their own ways? That is the question. Yet I find myself lacking ample knowledge to arrive at an answer. Opinions abound within Gridania, but to listen only to one's own is among the greatest mistakes a commander can make. I would hear from the other side, the Sylphs themselves, and seek an impartial party to serve as my liaison. That is where you, Scions, come in. The Sylphs of Little Solace remain untempered, and have held many a productive dialogue with our people. I would hear their candid thoughts on their tempered brethren. That said, I urge you to exercise due caution. Sylphic tradition and etiquette bear little resemblance to our own. It would not do to have any cross-cultural faux pas get in the way of a productive parley. En route to Little Solace, you will come upon the Hawthorne Hut. Our officer stationed there can enlighten you as to how to win the Sylph's favor. May your expedition be a worthwhile one. A friendly palaver with the Sylphs? This should be a pleasant enough diversion. The Hawthorne Hut, was it? Why, I believe the ferry departing from West Shore Pier should take us straight there. Friendly palaver indeed. I hope this will be as straightforward as you say, Papalimo. Alright, so first off, I need to go... it does not have the Lancers Guild. I wonder where it is. Oh, it should be at the Lancers Guild. Alright. Aethernet Lancers Guild. And I shall return to the Lancers Guild to progress through the story. But first, this Eye of the Dragon. I'll get the Jump ability and Soul of the Dragoon. Ah, I dare say you might just be the right man for the job. The Guild has urgent need of a capable Lancer for a mission beyond our nation's border. Hear me out, if you will. Receive word from an Guardian friend to the effect that he requires our aid. I'd have you go and provide that aid. As you may already know, due to her ongoing conflict with the dragons, Ishgard has kept her gates closed to outsiders for some time. The occasional dragoon on patrol duty is about all folks see these days. In spite of her self-imposed isolation, however, the Holy See has never failed to honor her obligation to her allies. It is only fitting that we answer the call and lend what assistance we can. To this end, we offer to dispatch a contingent of wood dwellers with all haste. But were politely informed that they would not be welcome, much to our initial confusion. It was later explained that we are dealing with a matter of some sensitivity best handled by individuals who are capable and trustworthy, yet unbound by allegiance. Who fits that description save adventurers? Secrecy being paramount, I can provide no details as to the nature of the task. All you need to know will be revealed at the rendezvous point. Should you accept the mission, take yourself to the observatorium. A knight by the name of Sir Alberic will receive you upon arrival. Then let us go. Speak with Sir Alberic. Alright. The North Shroud Gate should take us straight there. No, I hit the wrong button. Oh well. Of course, it is very slow because I haven't unlocked flying yet. A little bit of lag there. We'll just ignore that fate. It is a little bit of a long walk, but it should be well worth it. Nice. We got an achievement. I am level 32, and the mobs are level 35. Should we help this archer? Might as well. Port to Fear. And then there's another lead. Oh, that's the Leaves quests. There's an Aetherite there, but I don't think I'll go towards it. Alright, let's just talk to the Chocobo Keep. Okay, no. Our gear should be fine for now. Ah, you must be the adventurer of whom you ain't sent word. Greetings and well met. I am Sir Alberic Bale, Knight of Ishgard. The Holy See is much obliged to you for your aid. Time being of the essence, I shall proceed straight to the heart of the matter. The eye, an Ishgardian relic of immeasurable worth, has been stolen. We have our reason to believe the culprit has come this way. So it is that we ask your assistance in its recovery. The thief has been identified as a man named Estinian, a dragoon sworn to the service of the Holy See. Aye, you heard true. The crime was perpetrated by one of our own, an individual in a position of trust and no little honor. You may be assured that a fate worse than death awaits him upon capture. My duties to the sea afford me little opportunity to travel far beyond the walls of Ishgard. I must confess to a grave ignorance of recent Gridanian affairs. I was told that a sentry by the name of Logadan, that is one hard name, Logadanarl, might have knowledge of routes taken by Ishgardian fugitives. I prefer to keep my identity a secret, and thus would have you gather what information you can from the man. Must act quickly, for you see, Estinian is. But I have already said too much. What matters is that we find our thief and the eye with all haste. When last sighted, Estinian was clad in black armor. Now go, and speak not a word of what I have told you to anyone. It is fair enough that you want secrecy. Routes favored by Ishgardian fugitives. Now that's a question I don't hear every day. You aren't plotting some unsavory act yourself, are you? Even if you were, I doubt you'd make it far. Any road, you've got a few fleeing to the North Shroud. What with Gridania being home to nearly as many Eladin as Ishgard, it is no easy task to identify outsiders. If you were on the hunt for someone, you could do worse than to visit Florentel Spire in the North Shroud, and speak with a man named Idriston. If any suspicious persons have crossed the border in recent days, he'd be the first one to know. Alright, let's go ask our person there then. And hopefully by the time we are done with the Dragoon quest, get our Dragoon Crystal and all that good stuff, Return will have already been off cooldown, and we could just continue on with the main scenario quest super quickly. Hail, adventurer. Yes, I'm the one tasked with monitoring those who would enter our lands by way of Korthus. An Ishgardian knight clad in black armor. No, I recall nothing of the sort. And such a striking visitor would be difficult to forget. My apologies, friends. I can only suggest that you return to Logendral and see if he has any other theories. Alright, back to the guy. Funny enough, riding this chocobo feels way faster than the bigger one. For some odd reason. Let's see. Yes, now I am leaving footprints for people to follow. Or was, rather. No look, you say? Most curious. Why, it is nigh impossible that a fugitive could make it this far without being espied from Florental Spire. Which leaves the possibility that your man is still in Ishgard. It runs counter to good sense. Would that fugitive not want to put a distance of ground between him and his pursuers? But by the process of deduction, it is a possibility. The climbs of Ishgard are not kind to drifters and vagabonds. That said, there has been talk of a curious smoke wafting from a cave east of here at night. Were I you, I might begin my search there. So let us examine the campfire. If I remember correctly, this campfire has Ixal guarding it. Which means I'm gonna have to fight my way. Oh, they're just level 30. Shouldn't be that much of a big deal. But you, I will have to kill. There we go. That Ishgard would resort to sending coin-starved adventurers after me. I know not whether to laugh or feel insulted. The eye trouses for another? Preposterous. Our paths shall cross again. You can be sure of it. The jump on these guys. Then again, I will be able to do that literally a few minutes from now. I knew it. Alright, no problem. I'll just kill you. Oh, I'll just leave it be. A dragoon clad in black, you say? Tell me all that transpired. By the Fury, that the eye would choose another. I had not thought it possible. In light of recent events, it would seem an explanation is in order. The eye is no ordinary relic. It harbors the power of the dragon, which it bestows upon a single chosen soul, the strongest and wisest dragoon. He who is chosen is possessed of the powers to fight our mortal foes, the dragons of Urbania, on equal footing, soaring the firmaments as if it were an extension of the land. That man is known as the Azure Dragoon. The Azure Dragoon is a light of hope for all Ishgardians, and the paragon of all dragoons. For this reason, you may imagine how it pains me to have to confess that the man you encountered, the thief, is none other than the Azure Dragoon, and that I was once his teacher. Needless to say, I acknowledge myself accountable for Estinian's misdeeds, and mean to do all in my power to find him and recover the eye, but I cannot do this alone. I require your help, Wind Up. You have received the power of the dragon. You may labor to believe it, but there can be no mistake. The soul of the dragoon I bear glows in your presence, irrefutable proof that you are chosen. What I can ill explain, however, is the why of it. Never before in Ishgard's long history has the eye aroused to more than one individual in a single generation, but it avails us not to cudgel our brains about it. The fact of the matter is that you are now a vessel for the power of the dragon. That dragon lies yet in slumber, however, and you must needs possess the means to wake it up. The soul of the dragoon. I would entrust you with mine, Wind Up. Like Estinian, I once ruled the skies as the Azure Dragoon, although that power has since become lost to me. It was simply by force of habit that I have hitherto kept the soul upon my person. I have no inkling as to why the eye has seen fit to choose a second, and an outsider at that. Yet one thing is clear. None can challenge the Azure Dragoon and conceivably prevail save another Azure Dragoon. You are our only hope of bringing Estinian to justice and reclaiming the eye. Of course, do not ask that you do this unaided. And maybe a dragoon knows more, but what knowledge I have, I shall gladly impart to you. For indeed, when the time comes that you must face the Azure Dragoon, excuse me, not less than complete mastery over the power of the dragon will avail you. That a perilous road lies ahead of you, I shall not deny. Excuse me. There, much better. Knowing this, if you would still lend me your lance, I will teach you to harness the power that has chosen you. Go forth, my young dragoon, and rouse the dragon within. I look forward to your return. Alright, there we go. Alright, so let me just go through this. And of course, equipping a soul crystal that you didn't have before. One of the starter classes, and now you kind of have a, Alright, where is... which one is my starter? True Thrust is a starter. There we go, that should be it. There's Disembowel. Arm's length. Let's put that here. There we go. This should be a good enough setup for now. And close enough to what I actually have on my main. Kind of. But yeah, any of the starter classes, once you get the soul crystal, that advances you to kind of like the next part of the class, the advanced class, so to say. Flipping it kind of resets your abilities a bit because some abilities you can only really use when you are designated as whatever the soul crystal says you are. Dragoon, paladin, monk, all that stuff. So just keep, so that is part of the importance of actually doing the quest. Alright, Fairy Doctor at the base of this hill will carry you across the lake to the Shroud. Once you're ashore, head due east and you should find the Hawthorne Hut without much trouble. Alright, right now we will just continue on with the main scenario. Right, so Sweet Bloom Pierre. Alright, let us board. Even though the map kinda moves at the same pace as when I'm on my little chocobo, still feel like this one is taking far longer to move. Probably just because of the size. But this chocobo, when compared to the others, is close to regular size. Because the size of it scales with your tune. So, this usually on my main is bigger than the regular chocobo. But on my Lalapo, it might be a little bit bigger than the regular chocobo, but not really that much. Alright. Indeed, I am Emmeline of the Twin Adder. I understand that you're here to learn of the Sylphs, yes? For all their whimsy, they are a wary lot, particularly since the Empire has come to the Shroud. Under trust, however, and they are as friendly as any folk. They have their quirks, but so do we all, no? Would you know more, you'll do well to speak with the Master of the Sun, Rolf. He's forgotten more about the Sylphs than I'll ever know. Come to learn a thing or two about the Sylphs, have you? I'll tell you one thing. They're peculiar folk. How peculiar, you ask? Well, just let me tell you. Beg pardon, friend. My memory's just not what it used to be. I've seen much more in my adventuring days, and it's all clutter in my noggin now. It's not that old. Though I've shared my story with those around the hut before, you might have more luck with them. Alright, let's talk to this lady. Sylph? Yes, father told me his stories plenty of times. What I've always found most captivating is how their concept of etiquette is almost completely aligned to our own, or alien. You do best not to underestimate them on account of their childlike looks, lest your face end up a mess of glyphs, squiggles, and chocobo scratches. Teehee? That's not something to joke about. Quickest way to a Quiver woman's heart might be through her stomach, but don't even think of trying to hoist your foodstuffs on a sylph. They sustain themselves simply by bathing in the sun, or so Rolf once told me. Okay. The sylphs? Inveterate tricksters and troublemakers. That's what they are. One day they're drawing marble faces on our masts, the next they're sending our young sentries falling into the bottom of a ravine. Tell them to stop, and they just laugh at you. Who claims they harbor no ill will, but I dare say such pranks are no laughing matter. of course. Hearing your stories, well, my stories, has brought the memories flowing back to me. I feel like dancing. Yes, nothing brings people together quite like a little toe tapping. Self told me long ago that dancing is a time-honored greeting among their kind. You do well to remember this. Just may help you win the favor of our forest friends. And more side quests started to pop up. Awesome. That will be for another time. Oh, still here, eh? Great. There's one more thing you should know about the Sylphs. They don't take kindly to guests who show up empty-handed. To earn their trust, you do well to bring along Grat, what was it again? And my wife Rosa and I were just speaking of the matter not days ago. Forgive me, friend. Speak to Rosa of the Comb. Her memory should prove more reliable than my own. That dude should really get checked up. Peace offering for the Sylphs. For anyone else, I recommend a jar of honey. I fear that wouldn't get you past their front doorstep, dear. No, their tastes run more to the unusual. Are you perhaps familiar with milkroot? That's what we call the root of that most fiendish seedkin, the ochu. When chewed, it exudes a cloudy liquid that's said to induce curious visions in the imbiber. You'd not catch me dead trying the stuff, but the Sylphs seem to enjoy it to no end. I have not seen an ochu around the comb in quite some time, but I did encounter a suspicious clump of grass the other day. Were you to stimulate it somehow? Some of this amber syrup, for example. You might be surprised of what comes out. Good luck. Doesn't sound so wise, but I'll be doing it anyway. Alright, why am I going to present it to Rolf when I need to go to the Sylphs? Oh well, doesn't matter much. Ah, you're back. Was my wife able to direct you to a suitable offering? Yes. Milkroot, but of course, those Sylphs quaff the cloudy stuff as quick as I do a flagon of mead. The effect's just about the same as well. Any road, a gift of Milkroot will have the Sylphs calling you friend and brother the moment they lay eyes on it. Now, let me warm that up for you. I'm starting to feel a bit woozy. Taking the liberty of wrapping your milkroot well and good. This should keep it nice and fresh, not to mention spare you from that god's awful stench. Sylphs love the stuff, but me, I'd rather bury my nose in chocobo dung. I dare say the reek even rivals the breath of the Morrible that put an end to my adventuring days. Oh, that's what happened to the guy. But I can tell you that story another time. You've more important matters to attend to today, yes? Sylphs are an eccentric bunch, but I've shared their company enough to know their kind at heart. Will not shun one whose intentions are true. May your probably be a fruitful one, friend, And do stop by on your return. There's black enough flower mead with your name on it if you regale me with your adventuring tales. Ah, and before I forget, don't go traipsing off just yet. Emelin here would have a word with you. Travel in safety, friend, and do pass along my regards to the winged ones. Alright, okay. Roof Riders, well, okay. It's good to see your knowledge of Suffolk culture has matured. I see no reason to delay your mission any further. Upon your arrival at Little Solace, seek out a young sylph by the name of Kamuxio. He has served as an intermediary between our peoples on many an occasion, and has the close ear of his tribe's elder. I see that Hawthorne has furnished you with some of that malodorous root the sylphs so adore. I have something of far greater import for you to deliver. A missive from the elder seer herself. To summarize the letter's contents in brief, it vouches for the integrity of our envoy. That would be you, and restates Gridania's desire to maintain a harmonious relationship with our long-standing friends of the forest. The war with the Exiles has taken a toll on our resources. We can ill afford to get mired in another conflict, and need not impress upon you any further the importance of this mission. May the 12 see you return with good tidings. Alright, what level are our quests right now? 21. That's not too bad. Our gear is mostly... We have a couple of 15s, of course this is low. Usually low. Should I? Might as well. Don't even have lance charge. Alright, do I have, I might as well sell the stuff that I have. And might as well also repair gear. Walking one is not familiar to this one. This one does not trust strange walking ones. Strange dancing ones might be a different story, but this one expects no such thing. Walking one should go home and leave this one be. Basically, I need to dance. This one would welcome walking one who moves like these ones. Walking one would talk to this one will answer. This one is a busy one, so walking one should speak with quick tongue. Walking one will bring gift to this one. Walking one is most kind. Walking one brings milkroot. Milkroot fills this one with great joy. This one gives thanks, gives many, many thanks. Walking one carries message for Elder One. This one will deliver the message to Elder One. Walking one should not worry. Hello there, we're envoys from Gridania, and we're here to treat with your people. Aye, we come to pay our respects to your elder, and to learn from him more than of your Lord Ramu. Who are these ones? These walking ones come from Gridania. Walking One became a dancing one and brought Milkroot, but Walking One tricks this one. This one does not like tricks. This one will speak no more. Elder One is busy. Walking Ones should go home. Go home, you say? But the Sylphs of Little Solus have always welcomed Gridanian envoys with open wings. The letter carried by Windup here is an oath of peace penned by the Elder Seer herself. Still, you would refuse us. This one's reasons are no business of Walking One's. Elder One has no words for Gridania. Walking Ones waste everyone's time. Well, I never. Turned away at the gates. Whatever did we do to deserve such a welcome? Was Windup's jig insufficiently jiggy? I'm as baffled as you, but something tells me recent events have our erstwhile fluttery friends feeling uncommonly wary. It would seem we've no choice but to ask around and see how we might earn their trust. That's what I just did, though. Till you guys came and messed it up for me. The nerve on some people. Say, Windup, are you in the mood for dancing? That's right, dancing. We went through all the trouble to learn the Sylph's traditional greeting, but you've greeted hardly any of them. Why, if I were a Sylph, I'd be beside myself with delight to see an adventurer expressing an interest in my culture. Me? Of course I'd be happy to join. Ow, ow. There go those bloody leg cramps of mine acting up again. Yeah, sure. Fine, I'll do it myself. Ooh. Walking One knows Jolly Dance. Jolly Dance fills this one with good cheer. Let these two be friends. Ooh. Behemoth. I need to probably buy a couple of the achievements or certificates I probably earned. I'll probably do that off stream though. Walking One should be a friend to these ones. This one is overjoyed. This one keeps a way of weaving a secret. Even if Walking One learned the secret, Walking One could not weave in the same way. Only one flying one left. Ah, Walking One is a friend to these ones. Friendly, like gracious Elder One of Forest City. Knows how to dance to these ones' hearts. Alright, so this is a regular sized chocobo. This is a chocobo that should be slightly bigger. You can see the difference. It's almost the same size. Windup, would you like to hear the good news or the better news? The good news is that your lovely dancing has brought smiles and high spirits to all of Little Solus. The better news? I have thoroughly recovered from those accursed leg cramps. Onward to our next adventure. Alright, Papalymo is next to talk to. Windup, as an adventurer, you're no stranger to helping distressed folk. I'd wager. Tales of good deeds are quick to spread. The adventurer who comes to the aid of the local populace can go from stranger to hero overnight. No doubt you see what I'm getting at. Sylphs who make their home in Little Solus do so have been driven from their woodland home. Surely they have their fair share of troubles. Seek out any troubled Sylphs. See what might be done to ease their worries. Sound plan, would you not say? That said, Sylphs are not known to share their worries with outsiders. It would be better off inquiring with Hero Media. Of the Gridanians who reside here, she's most likely to be privy of the Sylphs' troubles. I guess that makes sense. Praise be to the elementals. I cannot express how happy I am to see an adventurer with a truly gentle heart. Silphical Solus are sorely in need of aid. Pray hear me out. Being a temporary settlement, Solus wants for amenities, not least a stout set of defenses. Consequently, beasts from realms around are free to wander in and terrorize the hapless residents. Zizgorlins and gall gnats that roam these parts are especially troublesome, but slaying one of each should serve as a warning to the rest. Furthermore, perhaps you could gather 3 brownie brushes as well. They play an important role in silviculture. I do not claim to know the details, and what with such feral beasts prowling the forest, they are not easily come by. When you are done with the deeds, seek out Comixio. He is slow to warm to outsiders, but your good intentions will not be lost on him. My own experience speaks to this. Alright, so killing stuff, then gathering. Sounds about right. Alright, so there's that one down. Then just gathering the brownie brush should get me near the gnats. And I could just kill the one that I need. See one flying in the distance over there. Should be a couple here too. There we go. Dancing one is still here. Dancing one can dance all day. This one trust is not so easily earned. Dancing one brings brownie brushes for this one. This one can dye thread once more. This one is pleased. Dancing one kills bitey buzzy one. This one hates bitey buzzy ones. Dancing one is kind, too kind. Many walking ones come to these one's abode, but if you are friendly like Dancing One, perhaps this one was wrong not to trust Dancing One after all. This one is happy to hear it, friend. This one asks Dancing One for forgiveness. These ones have many troubles since walking ones last came to our abode. This one must be careful, always careful. But Dancing One is not like other walking ones. This one can trust Dancing One. This one would ask Dancing One for help. Strange walking ones with bodies of steel come to the home of these ones. This one thinks steel ones come from Empire. Where Empire goes, many living ones become dead ones. Trees fall and bushes burn. These ones' home is in danger. Danger! This one begs of Dancing One to help this one no more. Dancing One is friends with these ones and walking ones, yes? Dancing One must speak to these ones here and walking ones in Hut House and find out more. This one has a bad feeling. This one fears steel ones are after something, but this one should speak no more. Go, Dancing One. This one depends on kindness of Dancing One. That's a lot of ones. Right, I'll go to this person first and then I'll systematically go back to the hut. Shush, shush, this one says. Steel walking ones are scary, like touched ones. This one hates scary. Scary ones have scary friends. Wait, a few side quests have been unlocked for me, but they will be done off stream. Can't wait. Strange steel walking ones? Yes, this one has scenes. Steel walking ones carry big boxes. Maybe walking ones hunt for shiny treasure. This one likes treasure. Now there's a bit of lag there. Let's start with here. Fearsome types clad head to toe in steel, you say? Imperial soldiers, no doubt. I couldn't tell you what they're plotting, but I'm sure it's nothing good. Yes, so have we all deduced. Men clad in strange armor. Why, now that you mention it, I did see some suspicious types of late. They were gathering deep in the forest. I simply assumed they were adventurers. Well, that's mighty intelligent of you. I see suspicious people. I'll leave them be. Instead of investigating it like I should, as I am the protector of this part of the woods. And just double checking, see if there's any other stuff that needs to be done. As I'm trying to keep a mental map of where I need to go when the time comes. Is that? Yes, that is Exarchic gear. Hence the crystal weapon. Alright. This one is happy to see Dancing One return. What did Dancing One learn? Nothing much. This one sees steel walking ones come from Empire, carry boxes, and go walking deep, deep through trees. This one thought steel walking ones are up to nasty, no good things. This one knows forest well. Steel walking ones try to hide, but this one will find them. This one will borrow Dancing One's map. This one makes mark right here. This is where steel ones hide. This one knows Dancing One will go looking for steel ones, yes? And so, this will probably be my first confrontation with the Garlean Empire. Why is it that a lot of Imperial a lot of games have Imperials as the bad guys, or at least the two that I mainly play. Star Wars The Old Republic, and this game. So I just killed 4 Imperials and stole their stuff. Or claimed their stuff. That sounds like a wise course of action. Especially for a nation that has its resources where it can't repel an attack. Dancing One is back. This one breathes a sigh of relief. This one was worried. Dancing One found something. Dancing One found paper inside a box. This is messages from Empire. This one can read Walking One symbols. Message paper has names of food and rocks. Food and rocks were inside boxes. This one knows. But this one does not understand. Food and rocks are mentioned all come from home of these ones. How do steel walking ones know how to find them? Is there a sneaky one hiding behind this one's wings? Snooping one selling secrets to steel walking ones? This one fears for this one's home. A dancing one has helped this one much today. Dancing one must promise to always be friend to these ones. Alright, I'll take the high potion. Helpful one arrives at a good time. This one needs helpful one's help. One of these ones, named Claxio, ventured outside the Little Solus alone. Alone is unsafe. Helpful one must find Claxio. Or do they pronounce the X as kind of like X, or is it like Marluxia from Kingdom Hearts, where the X is kind of like shh? Oh well, I'll just pronounce it Claxio. Claxio struck west, leaving the settlement. Hurry before Claxio ends up in the belly of Beastly One. I should have renamed this to Flying One Simulator. Oh well. What? Walking One wants this one to return to Little Solus? Don't make this one laugh. This one is weary of living with those who are not these ones. This one wants to be alone. These ones rely on Walking Ones for everything, no better than those ones that summoned the Primal One. Small wonder this one chose to leave. This one thought that this a likely place to build a home. The Meddling One arrives, forces this one to go deeper into the forest. Meddling One is forbidden from following this one. Away with Meddling One. What? Claxio refused to return to these ones and went deeper into the forest. But this one saw such ones lurking in the forest. Helpful One must hurry. Hurry and find Claxio. Helpful One should search for spools of thread on the floor. Those things will lead Helpful One to Claxio, but hurry. Hurry before Touch Ones take Claxio away. Yes, hopefully after I save that one, you'll have my gratitude. See this spool of linen. Oh, a dragoon. Awesome. See the different spools of linen yarn. Alright, let us do this. Meddling One is back. This one told Meddling One to be gone. Tell Camuxio that this one will never go back. Never! The touched ones. Touched ones should go away too. This one is a good one. Everyone should just leave this one alone. Be on guard, wind up. These sylphs have been tempered, brought under the thrall of their primal Ramuh. Akin to the Amalja tempered by Ifrit, these sylphs exist only to serve their deity. Will not answer to words, only steel. I take no pleasure in this. but it must be done. Now I am starting to get almost as strong as, if not stronger than, Ida and Papalymo. Now let's try to kill this one first. Also, I'm starting to sound like a sylph. This one is safe. This one was so scared. Claxio, this one has been worried. So very worried. Is Claxio unharmed? Still in position of wits. Claxio, a meddling one as well. Why are these two here? These two came to rescue Claxio. That Claxio is safe filled this one with joy. Claxio, forgive this one. This one did not mean to run away from Little Solus. This one was just afraid. This one who lives at Little Solus were changing, becoming friendly with other ones. This one feared that these ones were forgetting who these ones are, like Touch ones did. But this one was wrong. This one can see that now. Meddling, helpful one. This one is grateful. This one will return to Little Solus to be with Claxio and friendly ones. Well, that should see to that. Let's say we return to Little Solus as well. I, for one, could do with a nice hot bath. Alright, hunting log. This is what I need. Only the Exali free color is what I have checked off. Soon I'll be going around cleaning that. That will be off stream as well. This one thought Claxio was lost forever. Helpful one saved Claxio. Now these ones can be family again. This one known many walking ones, even many kind walking ones. But Helpful one is kindest and strongest of all. Helpful one is a hero to these ones. Helpful one will bring these ones and walking ones closer together. This one knows. This one would take Helpful one to see Elder One. But Elder One is... Oh no. Right there. Or not right there. Alright, mount speed has increased. Awesome. This one must ask kind one's forgiveness. This one may promise to take Kind One to see Elder One, yes, but this one cannot. This one cannot because Elder One is not here. Elder One is not anywhere. Elder One went into forest yesterday but has not come back. This one is worried. Elder One often goes into forest, but never for this long. Kind One will help find Elder One, yes? Near where Elder One disappeared is the home of a walking one named Buskaran. Buskaran may know what happened to Elder One. So one would talk to Buskaran. But walking ones do not always trust these ones. Would Kind One talk to Buskaran for this one? And Kind One come from Gridania, yes? And Gridania have many Kind Ones, yes? This one begs of Kind One, please go to Gridania and ask fellow Kind Ones for help. And please hurry. These ones are not safe until Elder One returns. Alright. So first I need to go to the Adder's Nest. Which means I shall need return to Gridania. Well, if it isn't our intrepid ambassador, how fare your diplomatic efforts with the Sylph tribes? Their elder's gone missing, you say? Why, if you were to end up in the hands of the Tempered Ones, we'd have a crisis on our hands. I can assure the Sylphs that my sharpest-eyed serpents will be on the lookout night and day. No stone must be left unturned. I would ask you to call upon Guillemolka at Bent Branch Meadows and deliver the message that the Woodwheelers are needed in the search effort. Alright, that was Central Shroud in Bent Branch Meadows. Okay. Need to just go to the Aetheryte, go out the gate, Blue Badger Gate. Oh, I should be there. There. Ah, now this is much faster. I have spent quite some time in this area right here, the Matron's Lease, because a lot of the low-level left quests there is what I use to on my main to kind of like level up some of the lower class till at least they were level 16 for dungeons. Message from Commander Hilo. Hilo, you say? The Sylph Elder has vanished, or not, friend. Woodwheelers have open eyes under every leaf, behind every branch. If the Elder is anywhere in these forests, we shall find him. The Elder is a woman, if I'm not mistaken, but apparently they don't know that. Alright, let's go to Buskaran's Dresser. Oh wow, this feels super fast. Spirited Away. Pretty sure that is referencing something. I just can't put my finger on it right now. Quite a few adventurers here standing about. I love to see people playing the game. Well met, adventurer. We have the finest grog and grub of this side of... Ah? Not here to fill your belly, then. Ah, hunger for news, is it? Aye, there's been talk of a sylph lurking hereabouts, but I can't rightly say if it be the elder ye seek. These woodland scamps all look alike. Short of painting one red and another one blue, most folk would struggle to tell two of them apart. If you've the time, mayhap you could stay a while and see what the gods have in store. You never know, you might even stumble across this sylph elder yourself. A chicken egg. Huh. No word on the sylph elder yet, but I'm sure it's only a matter of time. In the meantime, how about doing a favor for old Busker in return? Right then, let's put you to work. There's a customer outside who's spoiling for a fight, and I need you to cool him off for me. No need to go cracking any skulls, though. Just take this tub of cold water and douse the drunkard. It tends to do the trick. My patrons can swill grog all night and chorus loud enough to wake the dead if they wish. But as soon as it turns violent, I've got to put my boot down. Well, that's something at least. There. A Midlander, no less. Ah, not because he's us cold. What do you mean, no fighting? This Dusk White scum was. Yeah, I know the rules. That bastard gets to keep his skin. For now. What did you do? Thanks for stepping in there, friend. Not that I couldn't handle myself against a flea milksop like that bloke. I don't want to cause no trouble for Buskering, you know, having to mop up blood and bits of teeth and the like. Yeah, right. Nicely done, wind-up. I'll not have my patrons picking fights with each other over a bit of petty prejudice. In case you didn't see, the bloke who caught the brunt of that outburst is a Duskwhite Elven. There are people who shun cities to live in the wilds, making them no better than brigands in the eyes of many. To be fair, Duskwhites can be unruly a lot. But they ain't so bad once you get to know them. And it don't seem right to bar a whole race of people from the Drurthers for the misdeeds of a few. There should be at least one place where anyone willing to pay the coin and drink in peace is welcome, don't you think? How mighty kind of you. What are the... Okay, boiled egg, mole loaf, apple tart, honey muffin, dark pretzel, nice, ginger cookie, cornbread, and knight's bread, all part of it. I'll keep it because I don't come across it all the time. Alright, I thought I was gonna get something better, but no. Silver piece should do fine. I appreciate all the good you've done for our patrons. If you aren't disinclined, I have a favor of my own to ask you. There's a Kikarin friend of mine, you see? Name of Tetaroon. Good lad. It was right after the calamity that I came across him falling in the shroud. He nearly died in all the havoc, so I took him in and nursed him back to health best I could. He worked here at my Drurthers for a spell after that. Got to talking about striking out on his own. He did. And not long after, cast his lot with a merchant bound for Lenosha. Well, just so happened I got to cleaning up around here and came across something of his. The scarlet earring. I know he was fond of the thing, but he must have forgotten it when he left. So I'd like to see that it gets to him. Can't say for sure where he ended up. but might be a friend of mine can. Our Gaiden fellow named Bane Singh. You can find him on Hawker's Alley in Limsala Minsa. He knows everything of the comings and goings of merchants there. Alright. So, I have run out of time, so I will be ending the stream here. I just need a good view. Right next to this person. Well. There we go. That should be good enough. Alright. If you enjoyed what you have seen, you can follow me at the links below. My YouTube exists as an archive of old streams, so you could head there via the links I have in the bios of my Twitch and Twitter accounts, and watch any old streams there. Here is my schedule. Tomorrow, hopefully, around 12 p.m., I will be playing some Stardew Valley. One of the best games to just wind down to, in my opinion. I absolutely adore the game. So, that shall be tomorrow. And this brings my stream to an end. So, have a good morning, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are in the world. And till we meet again.